Welcome to Daddy Bits, our trade ideas show brought to you by the Trading Daddies. I am your host, the ugly one, and as always, my amazing co-host,
Hot and ready,
Tefleezy Fosheezy. Today was a very interesting day. Google popped. So, what does that tell you when Google pops?
It's an internet boom.
Internet boom. So long tech.
Well, Google popped, but Microsoft dumped.
Microsoft dump. We'll talk about Microsoft actually on this episode. If you guys want us to cover more stocks, make sure that you guys drop it down in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button, post notification bell, give us a nice thumbs up. It definitely helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And let's get to it right after this banging intro. I wanna have that song as a soundtrack of my life.
Yeah.
I want
Hype you up.
Calm you down. It's like you could how do you say this? You can make babies to it at the same time while selling drugs. Like you could make babies with it. You could make babies to that song and sell eighths on the corner.
Where are you making babies? In a car?
I mean, you could be making the car. You could be making
in the streets.
Out in the streets, because you have to be trapping. Because you need to be trapping in order to have that as your soundtrack to your life. You could be trapping. You could be trapping the fiends, and you could also be trapping in the sheets. Trap City.
All right.
Trap City. Oh man. Today, very interesting things. Okay, not so interesting because it was fairly choppy throughout the day. It was a very boring day in terms of my positions. Even for the market itself, I mean, we said that expect it to go trade sideways after that big pump yesterday. Once we got out of that range, but let's take a look at the Qs. The QQQ, as we said, it's in that range. You see how that range kind of stayed level. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it kind of stayed there all throughout the day, and nothing really happened. Interestingly enough, you guys see this this bottom wick right here? It kind of touched that level of support, and it kind of bounced back out.
Yeah.
So we found some support. I don't think it's going to dump anytime soon, but expect another 2 to 3 days of sideways trading unless Apple just blows it out the water. What are your thoughts?
Tomorrow's a big day.
Who's reporting tomorrow?
Apple, Facebook, Qualcomm.
Ooh.
Boeing.
Everybody.
Boeing's in the morning. I'm excited about that, yeah.
Apple actually ran after hours.
Yeah, so did Facebook.
Facebook did too.
Yeah.
Very interesting. The FANG stocks are definitely doing something, except for Netflix. Netflix didn't do as much. I think we need to rebalance that because Netflix isn't all that relevant anymore in terms of what they're actually doing. Because I think unless they come up with better content, right? Because Disney is just taking their cake. Disney is just taking all their cash.
A whole new world.
Let's take a look at this. Let's just take a look at NASDAQ futures before we get to the SPY. NASDAQ futures, a little green, 0.08%. It's still early in the day, so I mean, just wait it out. Just wait it out till tomorrow. We don't see big moves until 8 p.m. anyways. Let's take a look at this. Oh, go ahead.
Well, if you look at futures, it seems like tech's going to bounce tomorrow. And look at the Dow Jones. It's lagging. Sweet.
Oh, yeah. That's amazing. I like that.
Yeah, I want my Home Depot to come down.
Oh, yeah. We need Home Depot to come down. We need Home Depot. Home Depot needs to actually stop making those gains, dude.
Yeah.
It's been a while. It's been a long time coming. Let's take a look at the SPY real quick here. The SPY, again, that doji kind of showed us some kind of direction. It did open up slightly higher, and it kind of ended where it started yesterday. Another sideways action on the SPY. If Apple pops tomorrow, obviously that's going to be a good move for the market overall. Still not bearish on the market. What about you, John?
Well, the only stock that I'm watching for SPY would be Boeing.
Boeing for tomorrow.
Yeah, I want to keep an eye on that one. Plus, that's my pick for the week.
Pick for the week. That is part of the stock draft. If you guys haven't seen that episode yet, make sure you guys peep that episode. We did a draft with a good friend of ours, Matt, for earnings week. Let's take a look at SPY futures.
Wonk, wonk.
We actually tied for that too. Yep. Pretty empty. Pretty flat for futures. The stock that we want to cover, again, not financial advice. These are stocks that John and I talk about to find some entries and talk about some potential gains. If you guys want to follow us, make sure that you guys manage your risk accordingly and don't blame us if your positions kind of go down the crapper. But again, if they do pop, donations are definitely accepted. The stock that we want to cover, the first one is StarBucks. John, why do we want to look at Starbucks?
Starbucks has been on a massive run. And if you look at the 1 year chart, I know we've never really covered Starbucks because, I mean, who wants to have pumpkin spice lattes? It's summer.
I know.
If you look at the 1 year chart for this one, I am waiting. I'm not completely bearish on Starbucks. Starbucks is a very, fundamentally sound company. But here, the thing is, they reported earnings. Earnings was all right. Actually, it dipped 2 points. Okay. If you look at after hours, it kind of like flattened around 114, but really Starbucks took a dump by like as low as 112.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are we at here? All the way. Yeah, 112 right here.
Yeah. So we're at 114. So if we were gonna open up tomorrow, okay, at 114, that's below the EMA 20. So there might be a bounce, okay, a dead cat bounce, but I would definitely short Starbucks on a green day. Most likely tomorrow is a green day for Starbucks. It'll try to close the gap around 115. Okay, so that's my cue to short it at 115.
Definitely, I definitely see that
first. My first target would be at 110. So 5 point spread. 5 points might not seem much to you, but if you're holding like 10 contracts, that could be hundreds.
It could be a fatty.
Yeah.
That could definitely be a fatty. So make sure that you guys take a look at and keep Starbucks on your watch list just to see if it's a viable play for you guys. The next stock that we want to cover is Microsoft. Now, Microsoft had some pretty good earnings. Again, this is the reason why we don't like holding stocks through earnings, unless you're me and you hold Tesla through earnings. We're not going to talk about that.
Unless you're me, buying 700 puts that didn't cash out.
Again, dude, when were we going to ever win a Tesla trade? Sigh. Microsoft, very interesting on Microsoft. I like Microsoft as a company. Microsoft as a company is pretty solid. Like a lot of my stuff is all, I have an Xbox. I have, the PC that we're recording on is a Microsoft computer. So overall, I like Microsoft. They did have pretty good earnings, right? But the reaction to the earnings, that's something that you can't predict. Just because that the earnings kind of it was positive, that doesn't mean that the stock's going to jump. It's just that's not the way the world works, or that's the way the stock market works, right? It's all about sentiment, investor sentiment, right? So if we take a look at Microsoft at after hours, right? After hours, when they reported earnings, it dipped from 263, which was a fairly good high, all the way to 251, and never really recovered. Ended at 255 for the day. So tomorrow, just like Starbucks, we're at 255. Take a look at the daily chart. That's going to open slightly above the EMA 20. So definitely a gap down. Might turn green, but I feel like there's going to be more sideways action. If for example, right, this is exactly like how it looks like. If we take a look at Netflix on the daily, see how it kind of gapped down from earnings, and it's just going nowhere.
Yeah.
So very similar to what's going to happen to Microsoft. But however, Microsoft as a company, it's still going to be solid. So if it consolidates like that, I'm going to actually look at a potential long once I find strength again, because consolidation is nobody's good friend. I do feel, however, that Microsoft could end up pushing higher. If we take a couple of steps back here, yeah, that was extremely the highest. So we might definitely retest that high of 263. And you never know. You never know. So building a position on Microsoft after we see some strength is definitely a good thing. And who doesn't want to own Microsoft? I want to own Microsoft. I like Microsoft. You know, it's a solid company. I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. The last stock that we want to cover is actually from our Discord members. Shout out to Simon. Simon brought this up. Skillz.
Simon, are you long on Skillz?
Skills that kills. Skills that have thrills.
Someone had asked me about this too.
Was it Kelly?
Yeah.
Skills. What do you see on Skills, dude? I'm
All right. So for Skills, it's one of those meme stocks. If you notice, last week, was it 1, 2, 3, 4? So about Tuesday, Wednesday last week, a lot of the meme stocks, rose back from the dead, and we're talking about the 21st. So when it comes to Skills, really, you're trapped in between of 1850 to 2169, which was the top for today, right? So coincidentally, you're in between the moving average of 50 moving average and the 20 moving average, right? So you see how the 9 is just below the 20.
Yep.
What you need to do, okay, if you're looking into Skills, is if it breaks today's low, let's say tomorrow you're looking at this. All right, my stop loss would be at 1928, which is today's low. Okay, because what you want is an ascending pattern. Okay, because you want the 9 to cross the 20.
Just one to cross the 20.
Yeah. So if ever tomorrow, like let's say tomorrow it touches 1850, that's it. Your chart's done. Okay, you have a potential to come down, even though it bounced off of support. Most likely the chart's done. What you need to do is to see if Skills would break, today's high, which is 2169. Highly doubt it. It was probably going to open at 20 tomorrow. That's a 5-10% move. So yeah, you want to protect 1935, today's low.
Yep, yeah. That's what it looks like right here.
So if that
1991, today's low, the low, 1934, yeah.
So if that ever breaks, that's it. The chart's done. But otherwise, if you're playing this for a long game, good luck. Good luck to you. So
this is also something that I would caution against. This is earnings on the 4th, which is next week. What's that? Next Tuesday? Yeah, next Tuesday. I would not hold it through there. You might see an anticipatory run all the way to here, but I would not hold it through that, because you never know. That's a 50-50 gamble that you don't want to take. And that is about it for us. Anything else that you want to add?
No, I was looking at Skills too. I'll put that on watch.
Yeah, I mean, I like the chart for a short term over the weekend, but I would not hold it for earnings.
Yeah.
It's just not the way to go. And that is it for Daddy Bits. If you guys have any questions or concerns, drop them down in the comment section below. If you guys haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, hit the post notification bell, give us a nice thumbs up. Follow us on all social media. Follow me at Trading Poppy. Follow John at John C Trades. Follow us both at Trading Daddies. TradingDaddies.com for all your news, your merch. 50% off your entire purchase if you use the code Robinhood Sucks. And remember that let's get training, and the charts do not lie.